That music is stupid loud. So I have to start talking immediately because it's quiet. There's almost no one on the strip. There might be something to this whole Vegas is dead situation. Who freaking knows? Oh, Vegas. I got to hear myself talk. Alright, let me fire up chat activities. Fan funding. Maria Ann kicking off super chat activities with 10 Bananagramas going towards parking, of course, and coffee. Oh, except both. I'm just like that. Alright, let me get to all messages, do some hellos. Kevin, shout out, and Carol, shout out, UK. Janice Venus, Mary, Val Marie. Jim, you are very welcome, Jim Wolf. I'm going to try to make Wednesday a regular thing. We shall see. Jesse, why is why? Cindy. How bad's that music? It feels like it's screeching. Tom, what's going on, brother? Sony. Vaughn, thank you very much for the Venmo activity. That is most appreciated. Kevin, how are you? Pepino, long time no see. Good to see you in the chat. What do we got? A whole, 20 people? That's impossible. That's friggin' impossible. Come on now. Oh, okay, it just updated 73. I was gonna say 20 people. I had more people at my house last night. No, I didn't. Oh yeah, now it just bounced down to 53. Yikes. Oh yeah, you're right. Alright. Instead of staring at the ceiling for 5 minutes, I watched one of my own live streams the other day, and I was like, damn, I mean, these people stare at the ceiling for 10 minutes. Let me not do that. Venus and Jim to help with coffee and parking activities. Thank you. That is most appreciated. All right. I know those green things don't taste well, so I brought my stash from home. Let me whip out the stash. Flaw. Oh, I'll tell you a funny thing. I had something, I had an item. It's recently sold, but I had an item from, that I was selling on Facebook Marketplace, right? And the guy's like, hey, would you be interested in trading for some THC? I mean, okay, insta freaking blocked on this video, but whatever. It's a funny story. No, it's not funny. It was just weird. So I said, no, I don't do D-R-U-G. I gotta figure out how to spell D-R-U-G-S. Yeah, I don't do, I put, sorry, I don't do D-R-U-G-S. And he messaged back, he's like, dude, you're acting like I'm talking about M-E-T-H. And I messaged him back. I was like, same difference, no? Not that I have a problem, but let's call it what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. Alcohol is a D-R-U-G. And I was having that conversation with someone. Matter of fact, this morning, they were like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes, it is. It is. It is a D-R-U-G. And I said, do you know how it works? Do you know why you get a buzz when you drink? It's like, yeah, because, there's alcohol. It's like, duh. Good thinking there, Sherlock. So I was like, no, it's because the alcohol is one of the only things that could penetrate the brain-blood barrier. And once it penetrates the brain-blood barrier, it turns into a poison. Hence, the drunk effect. It's actually poison. That's why when you drink too much, what is this? That's why when you drink too much, you can get alcohol poisoning, because it technically does convert to poison. So let's shout out True Food Kitchen. What's a detox thing all about? They told me I need to detox. Alright, let's put this there. Let's get all set up here. Bam. I only had 2 cups of coffee this morning. Well, it was the same. I had a cup and a half this morning. Alright, let's see how this goes. Crypto, what up? Crypto's rocking the mic again. Whoa. You almost saw my tonsils there for a second. Alright, let's arrange this. I ritualize the hell out of my coffee. I hope everyone, well, I appreciate it. I appreciate you noticing. Let me see if I saw it. Y is Y with 10 banananas. Can you get a mic check? Absolutely. Yeah, right? But, you see, you notice that Bitcoin keeps bouncing off that 105 mark. Eventually, it's done 3 tries already. Usually it's 3 tries and it's not too good, you know, after that. It'll want, but you notice too, we'll talk Bitcoin a second. If you notice too that a commercial just hit me, auto insurance as low as $1 a week. Some bullshit. Whatever. If you notice, a couple of things have happened with Bitcoin, BTC. One of them being, look at my chat up, come on now, stop being D's. One of them being that it's decoupled from tech stocks, which is awesome, because that's because of the institutional buying. It's just so fast right now. Like it moves up and down 1% a day, 1.5% a day. You know, it's not as volatile because of it, which is good. It's decoupled from big tech, finally, which is good, meaning that, you know, if Nvidia and all the big techs dumped, usually crypto, Bitcoin would dump. If big tech went up, crypto would go up. It's decoupled. Crypto just does its own freaking thing now. And it's like, it's ranging now between like 102 and 105. All nice, you know, with steady gains. But did anyone take advantage of the dip that I called it too? I called it. I told everyone, yeah, Mary, rebound. I called it. I said it. It can go, it might hit. I said 80. It went down to 77. Uh-oh. I didn't sell. I was just like, no. In fact, I bought whatever I could. You know, dollar cost average, and boom, it's up what, 30% in 30 days or something close to that, 27% in 30 days. Yeah, and PLTR. Anyone on board? Anyone score on the PLTR? It hit all-time high of 131, and we talked about it when it was $21. So let's do the math. If you put 10 grand in, you'd be sitting on 62K right now. If you put in 1 grand, you'd be sitting on 6,200. Put in 100 grand, you'd be sitting on 620,000 bucks. This music is stupid loud, but I got coffee on the brain. Oh, that's good. All right, let me do some more hellos. Yeah, I mean, okay, so, yeah. All right, I did dump my Doge. I don't regret it. I bought it for 8 and I sold it for 41 or something like that. I did sell my XRP, but I rebought it again. So I'm up like almost 30% once again. Now I could have rode it out, but XRP is a freaking train wreck. You know, it's a freaking train wreck. So, and it will, it's gonna go to 100. Yeah, in your freaking dreams it will. But if it does, it does. I wanted to have a little piece of it, but I did well on that. Tom in on PLTR from 23.90. Mary bought at 24. Why? I'm glad you came to hang out. Yeah, the rebound has been a trip, but like I said, the all-time high is 108. We're bouncing right up. It keeps like, it keeps hitting that glass ceiling of 105. And the minute it hits 105, it gets rejected down to 102 before it bounces back, before it gradually makes its way back up into the 104s. But I ain't selling. Yeah, Bitcoin is fixing to, I've been saying it'd be $1 million by the end of the year, but, that was before a lot of other shit happened. I would say, conservatively, 200K? 200K to 250. Well, let's just say 250 to 300 by the end of the year. That's what I'm looking at. Stitch me up with Laney. How you doing, Laney? All right, I gotta do more of those. I think. Captain Dave, what's going on? When you coming to town, bro? I know you told me, but I got the attention span of a gnat sometimes. I need more coffee. Oh yeah, it's lake season. Yeah, you're gonna be grinding. Yeah, I feel you. All right, let's see. Victor, what's going on? Alright, where are we? Did I catch up yet? I didn't catch up yet. What up, Porkenstein, Chaotic Ridge. Yeah, after Scorched Earth season. Yeah. Alright, so, how are you Canadians doing up there? I mean, you're not really looking to be like the 51st state, are you? Would that be a good thing? I don't know. I saw some chick today on X. She was saying that, like she wants to get together with like a militia in Canada, invade the United States preemptively because she feels it's coming. People are nuts, but it's fun. The fact that people are nuts is kind of fun. It provides non-stop entertainment. As does this coffee. Is Joe Q on? Oh. Do I look more serious? Oh, this could be a thumbnail. Wait. This is thumbnail. I haven't updated my thumbnails in like 2 years. I'm running out of using the same ones. Alright, let me flex. Pretend I'm not. Like old guys do. Let me suck in my belly. Oh, that's a good thumbnail. Look forward to that thumbnail. It's a good one. I'm gonna have to it's weird with those glasses because you gotta undo them, you gotta undo what's in them. It's like when Kim Kardashian wore mirrored sunglasses to play in the World Series of Poker. You see everything. She was peeking at her cards with mirrored sunglasses, and everyone was like, "You got a pair of kings. You got 7 deuce offsuit." All right, where were we? Do I look cool? Is Joe? Yeah, you don't want to be. Yeah, you don't want to be part of the 51st state. Oh, no, hell yeah, you want to. Okay, cool. I'll send the troops up to repatriate you guys. BK, what's happening? All right, Joe Q is there. All right. I got 2 birthday wishes coming up. One of them is... Let me get over the alls. One of them is for Maria Ann. It is her birthday, so I'm gonna sing her a happy birthday. You ready? Should I get a little closer? Can you hear me? Because I'm gonna drop it down. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Marianne. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Happy birthday. And birthday boy, Joe Q. What's going on? Joe Q's birthday just passed. He turned, I think, 34. Looks great for his age. And I'm gonna sing you a happy birthday too. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to my pal Joe Q. Happy birthday to you, and also many more. Happy birthday, Joe. Birthday's in the house. Yeah. Alright. I like singing happy birthday. So if anyone's got birthdays out there, let me know when. You don't have to like tell us your age or anything. And I'll sing you happy birthday too. You are very welcome. Alright. Cool. What do we gotta talk about? We gotta talk about a bunch of stuff. I gotta reset my chat yet again. Is anyone else getting absolutely freaking besieged with commercials? I've gotten 4, and it's only quarter after. I've only been streaming for 16 minutes, and I got 4 commercials already. That's gross. But the town is freaking dead right now. So, for all you new people, I'm gonna invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least we're gonna shoot for 2 times a week. And if you want to support the channel, you know how to do it. Super Chat, Venmo, Cash App, all this stuff, while I'm live or after, is always a good thing, because that helps me defray the cost of coffee, cheers, and parking. Parking's stupid. Parking's freaking $30 on a freaking Wednesday, on a hump day. I mean, not that 25 would be better, but 30's like a kick in the nuts. And I got links down there. I got stuff for everything. I got lights, I got everything. Go check it out. Everything except Amazon, because Amazon can eat a bag. Not AWS, but Amazon. Go eat a bag. Let's see, what else? And like Shad, do all this stuff. If this goes well, like, okay, the weather, it was like 99 for 3 days in a row. I was just like melting. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. And then suddenly, yesterday was a high of 74. It was like 99, and then the next day it was 74. The day it was 99, it went down to 66 at night and bounced up to 74, and today was 77. And it was 77 all day, like perfect. I mean, that's like summer in my opinion. Wherever summer is like 77 year round, I'll deal with it. I'll go skinny dipping and everything. But it's 77 out now, so it's still pretty nice. So, that being said, if this stream goes well and there's people and you guys are digging it, we're gonna actually walk outside. Imagine that. Because it's not 150. So I'll go outside, and you know what we're gonna go do? I'll tell you. We are going to, give me a second. We are going to go check out the guitar over at Hard Rock next door, because I drove past, I don't know, 2 days ago, and I was like, holy shit, they're actually building it. It's, I don't know, a couple stories, but they're working around the clock. That thing is getting built fast. So, yeah. If you want, we'll go walk over there. I don't know if I want to do it. I'll do it tonight. If enough people are around and you guys are digging it, whatever, we'll go and scope out the construction. Because, yeah, I could do the update videos. I'm not really going to be pumping out a lot of videos, but I am going to try to increase the frequency of live streams to at least twice a week. And if you guys are digging it and it doesn't get played out, maybe I'll do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But we'll see. We shall see. Because my schedule's a little lighter, at least for now. So, yeah, we shall see. Look, another one. That is 5. That is 5 commercials in 20 minutes. They're hitting me at a rate of every 5 freaking minutes. That is gross. That's abusive. That's beyond gross. That's a straight up abusive. Who's this invading the space? Monroe Street Players. Go check out Sentry and his band. The S&R statue Yeah, Siegfried and Roy statue's gone. I wonder what they did with it. They put it somewhere. Tom, it was in the 70s also. Janice with the 10 banana-ramas. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You guys are nice to me. Covering the cost to be here. Thank you. It was in the 70s and I wish it dropped to 45 at night. I wish it would. I genuinely do. But it dropped down. I mean, but it's different here because of the moisture content, some such bullshit. It'll go into the low 60s, and it's just glorious. It feels like 40s. It's just glorious. Yeah, humidity. Humidity can eat a bag too, just like Amazon. Arthur, my wife has watched you from day one, and she is 4th of July. Alright, 4th of July, Amy is a name, and thinking of you and yours are twins. She's Irish and Swedish. That's a good combination too. On the 4th of July, so what does that make her? She's a Cancer? Cancers are awesome. Yeah, Cancers as a partner. Yeah, you're a happy man, right? Because she's like clingy and she's like real into you and stuff. That's awesome. Good for you both. And an early birthday to Amy too. Happy birthday to Amy. I like singing happy birthday. Joe, a bag of Richards. Yeah, they could eat a bag of Richards. What happened? Hey, Bill Vick, what's happening? Frankie is such a cute puppy. You're singing about... Is Frankie going to sleep with my voice? I put an audience to sleep. Frankie, go to sleep now. Frankie, go to sleep now. Go to sleep now, little Frankie. Go to sleep and be a good boy. Jamie, how you doing? See, should I start a dog falling asleep channel? I still want to, you know how bad I've been wanting to do my AMSR. I mean, I started the channel, but I just don't have time to do it. It would be so much fun to do that. You know, what I was thinking of doing was like doing an ASMR version of like reading some of the Norse sagas and whatnot. I was thinking of doing that, like turning them into like sleep stories. Because I have, you know, I have books and whatever. I think I would do that. Val, oh, don't let me put you to sleep. Wake up. Get old Perky. Speaking of which, yeah, wouldn't that be good to read the sagas in as you know? I got the two mics. I can put them side by side and like pan my voice between them and accentuate. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. I want to do it. If I find time, I will. That's something I just want to do. It's not something I have to do, and not something I'll ever really make any money out of, but it's something I want to do, you know? God blessed me with this. I should be using it. I should be using it. Sometimes I gotta, like, make funny faces to go real low. Like to drop, like, 5 octaves. Like when you women put on makeup. Why do women always open their mouth when you put on makeup? You're always like... What is that all about? Like, you can't put on your makeup with your mouth closed. But I get it, too. Like, when us guys shave, we're like... You know, we have to go like that. But that's a function of stretching the skin. You know, because you want it tight. That way the razor can get to it. But women always do their makeup with their mouths open, like... It's funny. It's funny. It's just funny. Am I wrong? Fellas, notice next time, like peek in the crack when they leave it open, and peek in the crack when they're doing their makeup, and they're all like... It's just funny. It's just funny. Alright, So what else we got to talk about? We got to talk about, we got to talk about the fact that I started watching Vikings again. This will be the fifth or sixth time I've watched the entire thing. Once I start, I can't stop. So that's like the next month or two or three of my life. I'm up to the place where the Earl almost captured Ragnar and his family, and they pulled him out of the water. They took him over to Floki, and they patched him up with some garlic and sage. And like in the next episode, he's gonna challenge the Earl, and he's gonna beat the Earl. Yeah. Google ASMR. I mean, I used to know it, but like if I was involved, I would tell you exactly what it is. But it's auditory something or other, sensory, whatever. It's like when you put your headphones on, it makes your skin tingle and whatever. When you hear certain sounds, you get it's not quite heebie-jeebies, but it's just like, yeah, something like that. Let's see. I do not have HBO Max. These crazy women down here put their makeup on during, a friend of mine who is a cop lost his legs not too long ago, maybe like 3 years ago, because some chick was putting on makeup while she was driving, and he pulled someone over, and she just freaking plowed and sandwiched him between the two cars, like amputated his legs, poof, right there. And he said, as he turned around, he could see her. She was with her mouth open, putting on her thing in, not just while she was driving. She was literally looking in the freaking makeup mirror. They shouldn't have makeup mirrors, on the driver's side. I mean, come on. Or, I don't know. Should they? I don't like rules and regulations, but people do that dumb shit, And like I see in this town, there's so many accidents. I told you last week, one of my neighbors got killed. One of my freaking neighbors got killed. So I know someone who's a victim. There's 3 to 5 or 7 people who get killed a day. I was gonna say a week, a day in Las Vegas due to people like shitty driving and whatnot. So yeah, and I see people all the time. I mean, I'm guilty to a little bit, but I do it at lights. Like I'll look down and whatnot, but I don't like drive like this. I don't even talk while I drive. If you know me, I don't talk. I just don't even talk on the phone while I'm driving unless it's a freaking emergency or unless it's a meeting where I can get away with listening, because I'll take like a Teams call or whatever, or not Zoom's bullshit, but basically a Teams call in the car because I'm listening in, and if I have to interject, I'm alright. But if I'm carrying on a conversation, I don't drive. I just don't. And people laugh and they make fun and, you can't multitask. Oh, that's freaking lame, whatever. Say whatever you want. But I know I'm being safer than you. If you've mastered the task of distracted driving, that's like, to me, that's like when someone says, I drive good when I'm drunk. It's the same thing. Well, it's not really the same thing, but it's pretty freaking close. You've mastered the art of being completely distracted, engaged in a conversation, and hurling around in a 5,000-pound missile while other people are around. I'm not going to give you a thumbs up for that. I'm sorry. Because that causes accidents too. I will listen in, but if I have to interact, if it's my meeting and I'm driving a meeting, that's what we call it in corporate world, driving. If I'm driving the meeting, I'll pull over, or I won't take one in the car. What else we got to talk about? Wow, this music is like, right? I mean, I feel disconnected from what I'm doing when I'm taking a call in the car. I just feel, Janice, yeah, you're right. I just feel disconnected. There's like some kind of disconnect. I'm distracted. However, I could have a perfectly sound conversation with the person sitting next to me or in the back. You know, that's okay. That does not distract me. Because it's like this. Think about this. How many times, I gotta rip through this coffee. Alright, between us, I just tipped this guy $10 to not make my coffee. No, I tipped him $10 because I told Mercedes, the chick over there, I'm like, listen, come check on me in like half an hour or so for my second coffee. She's like, I was like, yeah. He's not the best coffee maker, but he's a freaking awesome dude. But I don't want people getting. I'm here all the time. This is like my second office, so I greased him anyway. Just for, and I'll probably give him another 5 or whatever. But 15, decent tip. But Mercedes is gonna come because she makes good coffee. Anyway, I'm getting bombed with commercials. So what the hell are we talking about? All right, think about this. Then I'll read comments. Think about this. How many times have you been bopping along, listening to your music? You listen to what? Who do you listen to? Katy Perry? Taylor Swift? Who do you listen to? I'm listening to like, I don't know, some 90s alternative. I'm listening to some Eazy-E, maybe some Biggie. And I'm cruising, right? And we're cruising. You're cruising. And then you're looking for a specific street, like Faraday Lane or whatever. You got to turn down the radio, right? As you're looking at the sign, you got to turn down the radio in order to properly see it. And don't get with that, oh, that's good, old thing. It has nothing to do with old. I've been turning down the radio to properly look at street signs since I was like 16. It's just something. There's some kind of connection going on between sound, sight, like all the senses. Yeah, I mean, you lower the radio. Am I the only one who does that? Am I the only one? I was just thinking about you. I was just thinking about you. Perfect time.
Do you want to move that plate out of the way for me? Oh, you're chugging. Perfect.
Can't waste caffeine.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, I smell 420. He walked over and he was like, what are you doing? To Mercedes. We're just talking about Mercedes. Maybe she's psychic. She's the one who told Haley, like, they were getting all catty one day. I don't think about me, ain't nothing special, but something transpired. And they can't possibly be fighting over my tip. Did I really say that? I meant tip. People got dirty minds. Alright. Did they notice I bring my own? BYOS? Bring your own. BYAS. Bring your own artificial sugar. Alright, let's juice this up. The second one's always better. So what are we talking about? Am I the only one who turns down the radio in order to see better? Am I the only one who eats standing up? I eat standing up. You guys know that already. I eat standing up. It feels like a waste of time to sit down. Or I'll eat in bed. But there's no crumbs in my bed. Because I got like a breakfast in bed tray and all that. Dinner is served. Alright. I gotta get the last of this milk out. How do you do that? You put a little coffee in. You give it a twirl. Bam. Good to the last drop. Oh, look at that. They got everything branded. But I got another recommendation for you. Sometimes you eat standing up, yeah. You eat over the sink, whatever, like lean over a little bit, and it's just efficient. It's just efficient. It's efficient. All right, I gotta read comments. Hold on. I gotta see if I'm nuts or not. but nuts is good. Why is this so dark? Gotta raise the brightness. Alright. ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, aka the tingles. Can I make you tingle? Bosch on Prime. I haven't seen Bosch yet, or maybe I have. I gotta scroll back. Have I not been paying attention? That's all you guys. Let me see. Because I got something else to talk about. Blacklist is good. I never finished it, but what was it, James Spade? I got through a couple seasons of Blacklist. Yeah, Ragnar's death, but you know, the Valkyries came and got him. But yeah, I'm gonna watch it for the 5th or 6th time. Alright, hold on, I'm reading. Lately I've been watching Old Sopranos. Yeah, the Old Sopranos are good too. That's worth watching again. Can you believe The Sopranos is, what, like 30 years ago? 25, 30 years ago? That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright, classic rock in the house. What do you listen to? Billy Joel. Billy Joel's kind of awesome. Oh, if you want your head to explode, go watch the video and see if you could slow it down. We didn't start the fire. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning when the world was turning. Go watch that slowed down. Missy Vegas, how are you? That's deep and might explain why we don't see him anymore. It's a boomer habit. A boomer habit is what? Do you like what? Renee White? What's a boomer habit? Because I ain't a boomer. I've been booming since the day I was born. You listen to 90s, 70s channel, and yeah, Hair Nation on Sirius. I let my Sirius satellite expire. I wonder if I should reactivate that on XM. What's better? I got, the vehicle has both XM, and what's the other one? The other pay to play? That's another, what, $10? That's not bad. Todd Johnson, you retracted a message. Tells me here. Spit it out, bro. I'm open. Is this a sitting only stream? No. When I'm done with this coffee, but it's early, we're gonna go outside and check out the progress on the guitar at the Hard Rock next door. So yeah, stick around, Sunset Dreams. Johnny B, the drive-in chats were the best ASMR. Got some good naps. Well, that's cool. I appreciate it. Turning the radio down. Nobody else does that. How old do you have to be a boomer? You got to be at least what, 60 something? So that's only like 60 and above people do that? I've literally been doing that. All right, when I was young, when the car wasn't sounding right, you'd make the music louder. You know, like it had a rattling engine, or one of your rockers was about to freak, a push rod's gonna come through the hood of your car. You made it louder. Or your brakes were squeaking, or, you know, we didn't have money to change a fan belt or whatnot. You make it louder, you know, fixes the car. But even I can remember as long as I've been driving, you know, turn it down to see. All right, BQE, exit 30. All right, cool. You know. Oh, Missy. I forgot my the beautiful card game. Missy, during the Bror Nation event, gave me a couple of wonderful gifts. One of them was a gift card for here, which I forgot. Duh me. Thank you for reminding me. I will put it in my little stream and go bag. And she gave me a bunch of Truvia. Thank you. Yeah, Gen X. I think most of it. I think we're a lot of Gen Xers here. I mean, there's some boomer. What is that even? Oh, baby boom. Duh, baby boom, boomer. Yeah, okay, baby boomers. Whatever. Turning down the radio. Sirius satellite radio. Yeah, millennials call everyone who's older than them a boomer. You're welcome, Sunset. Yeah, stick around. I mean, probably not right away, because I'm going to... Speaking of coffee... Oh, that's good. The second one is always better. And it's always hotter for some reason. Well, maybe I just run hot. Who knows? You're not a boomer, Val-Marie. And you definitely don't look it. You turn down the radio. Yeah, right? I mean, it's a focus thing. I mean, people who didn't grow up. On Friday, I want to talk about the 90s. That's what we're going to talk about on Friday. I'm going to give you my evaluation of how humanity peaked in the 90s. I grew up analog. You know, people nowadays, like younger people who did not grow up in an analog world, which, you know, I was born into an analog world, adopted technology as we went, you know. 90s had a perfect combination of both. It's different. Like if I have something technical I have to read, or a contract that I have to go over, or a proposal or whatever, I print it. To this day, I print it. Because my comprehension, it's the way our brains are wired. You know, if I see it on a screen, yeah, I can get a grasp of what's going on and talk intelligently and be conversational about whatever I'm reading from a piece of glass. But if I truly want to make it my own and understand it, or if it's crucial, like a contract or some shit, or instructions or anything of significant value that I want to digest wholly, I print it and I read it. And then it just like plants in my freaking brain. The screen does not plant it in my brain. I can understand it, but it doesn't like, you know, that's not a boomer thing per se, because I ain't one. It's not even an X thing. It's just your brain, when you're born wired for analog, the analog world, your brain is wired for analog, and you really cannot undo it. You know, like, I mean, you guys know what I do, how I roll. I have, okay, for work, I have a paper-like screen on my iPad and an Apple Pen, and I take notes like a freak, you know, on that, because it feels like paper. But that's an iPen, in case you didn't know. I take notes. Where were you on the evening of the 23rd? And your date of birth, please? I take notes. That drives it home. If I take this note on this pad, I will never forget it. I will not have to refer back to it, because the analog act of converting my own thoughts or someone else's thoughts onto paper with a pen, analog, sinks it in my brain. I'll never have to look at it again. It's just a reinforcement. If I do the same thing, I'm getting hit with another freaking commercial. If I do the same thing, look, there's a note, a Samsung Note. If I do the same thing, built-in pen, I could take a note, view all notes, create a new note, screen write. I could do the same thing as I do on that, on the screen. Save. I'll have to go back and look at it. It's just a brain wiring thing. That's what it really boils down to. It's a brain wire. And I kind of feel bad for people who did not grow up analog, because there's a lot to be said for being wired to an analog world. I think comprehension level is higher. I think you have to use more of your brain than just kind of like seeing everything through glass, you know? I think. Could be wrong, but I think so. I think I'm right. Alright, let's delve into that. You know, sticky notes. I still have sticky notes. I use them all the time. I plaster them here, plaster them there, and then I gather them all up at the end of the day. Absolutely. I do take voice notes too, but that doesn't even have the same impact as putting it on analog paper and pen. It just does not. I have a digital calendars up the wazoo, for work, and I got personal ones, all the rest of this stuff. But I also buy every year, at the beginning of the year, like come December time or whatever, I buy paper calendars. And I put significant events also on a paper calendar with a frickin' pen. Something nice, like puppies or, I don't do like chicks in bikinis or whatever, but puppies, horses, Scandinavia, shit like that. And there's one in one of my bathrooms. I got a freaking calendar hanging in the bathroom because something might come up. I might think of it. Chop that shit down as soon as I get out. The corners are all curled because of the steam. I got one in the kitchen on the side of the refrigerator you can't see, and I got another one inside my bedroom closet. Kind of hidden by my shoe rack now, but yeah. Yeah, you're all, post-it notes are boss. Let's see. Who created the glue for sticky notes? John Medina, how you doing? I don't know, but I bet they got rich. Yeah, I'm all over the calendars. I mean, I got like 2 right there, and on the other phone there's another 2. What? Trump is the world out AI czar. Kamala thought it was steak sauce. I saw what's her name, the cackle queen, cackling about something. She was like lit up like a Christmas tree. She was more lit up than when all the prime ministers got together and were doing lines on the desk the other day. Yeah, she was out there. Kyle, what's up, Kyle? Sylvia gave you a pocket calendar. Pocket calendars are awesome. I used the pen Sylvia gave me too. That's in my other bag. I got a man purse. I don't even like saying that. The man purse is the coolest shit ever. I don't care what anyone says. I'll fight over that. You ladies had to figure it out with the purses, I mean, you carry all your shit, it's not pockets everywhere. I mean, someone's like, yo, you got some aspirin? I'm like, yeah. What, do you want Excedrin? Do you want ibuprofen? Tylenol? Straight up aspirin? What do you want? I got it. I got mouthwash in there. I got a lighter in case I gotta be like, I got my pads of paper. I got a battery to charge a phone. I got my AirPods. I got everything in there. I got everything. What's not to like? Or, a crossbody. I mean, this is kind of big, but like a small crossbody. Just don't get one that's like uber tactical if you're gonna be around, if you're gonna go to the casinos and whatnot. Because if you got some like Molly attachment points on your crossbody, they'll look at you, because they know that, for all intents and purposes, that's something you carry heat in, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, don't use a Molly covered one. I mean, you could tempt fate and use a Molly covered one, and you don't have a wireless hole puncher in there, but you'll still get the looks, and it's, well, why let AI freaking, put a ding on your karma? A satchel. I like satchels. Yeah, right? I mean, it's just so convenient. I mean, it's so convenient. It's got everything. Okay, the chicks are putting what? What are you ladies putting there? Makeup. You put your makeup in there. You put this stuff in there, I don't put money or nothing in there, But it's a great invention. The fanny pack. Remember the fanny pack? Fanny packs were only cool. Like, remember in the 90s, they used to have fanny packs that you put your wireless hole puncher in? Those were kind of cool. But then I started wearing it like a crossbody anyway, and everyone knew it. Because they could see when you're holding it that it weighed like, 2 pounds. What weighs 2 pounds in the fanny pack other than a big old piece of metal? Anyway. Chris in his magic bag. So the other thing we wanted to talk about, the other thing that okay, I got a recommendation for you. Coffee. Everyone down your coffee. If I keep drinking this, she's gonna bring me a third one. I'm gonna be bouncing off the freaking walls tonight. I got shit to do. And you know what? With the weather changing, I haven't been eating. Does anyone else have that thing when the weather changes that you just don't feel like eating? Yeah, when the weather changes, I lose my appetite. I don't eat as much in the summer. I just have no desire to eat whatsoever. It's just like, ugh. But I made something cool. I got some chopped meat, I seasoned it, I cooked it, I put it in a bowl, I threw some ricotta cheese on it, I put a little oregano in there, I put some pasta sauce in there, and I melted some mozzarella in there on top of it, and I swished it all around. It was like grandma's lasagna, except for the sauce in the jar, without the pasta. It was freaking delicious. Yeah, anyway, just reminiscing about that. Yeah, I mean, eating in the heat, I just can't do it. I mean, I don't even remember eating yesterday, except for that. And I waited until like 9 or 10 o'clock, because I was just like, I don't know, I just have no desire to eat. Cell phone, hairbrush, yeah, I put my phones in my bag. I'll call it a bag. I put my cell phones in there, battery charger. Oh, and I got cables. I got like one cable, and they're short. I'm not no freaking 3-foot one. I got short ones. I got, like Bavette's, kind of. Except, yeah, the gut, that was my own thing. I tried cottage cheese, and that was like a little off-putting. So I went and bought some ragout. The freaking ragout is so expensive. What is that made out of now? You get a little thing like this. It's like $12. You know, what are they thinking? Extorting the Italians. Now I'm getting caffeine. What the heck are we talking about? Oh, cables. Yeah, they're like, I got like 1-foot cables. One for Android, one for Samsung. I mean, I'm just like, yeah. I even got some like wet nap things in there, you know? I got the nice ones that I got, I grabbed like a handful last time I was on an airplane. They get me the big ones and whatnot. Stuck a couple of them in there. Yeah, I'm set. I'm freaking set. Okay, so what we gotta talk about, I'm gonna give you a recommendation. If you wanna see a movie, what's up, Jim? Jim West in the house. Yeah, I'm starting to get kind of caffeinated. That's a good thing. All right, got a recommendation. If you want to see a movie that is action, start to finish, I mean, I don't know how they even pulled this movie off. The level of artificial intelligence, the level of CGI, whatever the hell it is that they're doing with movies now. They're making scenes that are impossible, that don't exist in the real world. It seems so natural. Anyway, check out on Netflix Havoc, Tom Hardy. That movie just does not stop from start to finish. Start to finish, that movie just goes and goes and goes. And he plays such an awesome character. I like that guy. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. He plays awesome characters, you know? And I mean, it's not like, you know, no HOMO, but, you know, he's all right to look at, you know? He's got those features like, you know, he's got that rugged look about him, but not in a, you know, pretty boy type of way, and not in a, you know, like, I don't know, I can't describe. He's just like an average dude, but, you know, he's got them features, you know, that look. I like that look, you know, that rough look, rugged. And he plays a good character. And in there, in that movie, he played a pretty crazy character, but when he's in a role, he just dives into that shit. I mean, even the way he walks, like he just walks a certain way in there, you know, that brings you into all the scenes. But that shit is nuts. That was a crazy ass movie. I'm glad I saw it. But yeah, go check out Havoc. Havoc is a good movie. Pathfinder Coaching. You new here? Good. I appreciate you being here. I'm just gonna hang out, talking to stuff. You're gonna be here in July? Cool. It's gonna be a little hot. Just telling you now. But you know that already. It's gonna be a little hot, but it'll be good. Let's see what else. Yeah, we're a great bunch of people. Quan, I have not seen Venom yet. Where can I see Venom? I got so freaking pissed. I was watching, did I tell you guys that? I was watching Battlestar Galactica 2004, which is great. Do you know that the original Battlestar Galactica, I was too young for it, but I went back and, you know, it's only one season? I thought that shit was like forever, but it's not. I'm gonna go watch that. But Amazon could eat a bag, except for AWS. I love you, AWS. You're awesome. But Amazon, you can eat a bag. They do some crafty shit on Prime. Like, they know that, and I know they could fine-tune it on a per-person level. I freaking know they can, because they do it on Amazon Prime. I can go on my 3 different phones, and I can pull up the same item on 2 different accounts on Amazon. If I'm looking for what? I'm wanting to change my my bathroom fixtures, you know, the towel racks and everything. And I want a little more, because toilet paper rolls are like this big now. So I got the toilet paper roll, it's like this, and the toilet paper's over here, and you got all the empty roll. You notice how they'd like cheaping out on toilet paper? It's not this wide anymore. It doesn't take up your toilet paper roll. This much of it's exposed, the tip's hanging out, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to change it because they're not going back. So I wanted to get these ones that like you slide it on instead of having the spring-loaded bullshit. So I'm looking for new fixtures and whatever. And I could check it out on 2 different phones with 2 different accounts for Amazon. And it's 2 different prices. So it's a fact that they dick around and they screw people. You know, they try to entice you to buy things. They manipulate you. And they manipulate the price. It's not the same price for everyone. You can go look at the same toilet paper holder and get a completely different price than me. And that's some bullshit right there. That's some bullshit. I mean, the FTC has to really look into that and stop them from doing that, because that should be illegal to do. Anyway, so I'm watching the Battlestar Galactica, the one where Boomer's like an angry freaking chick and whatnot. She's sleeping with everyone. She even slept with Baltar. You know, whatever. But then in the end, the whole, whatever. And Starbuck is like, you know, a dick to his dad and all this, whatever. But it's still cool. It's good. It's a good one. However, so I'm like on season 3, and then I'm like, because I look forward to it, you know, it's like nothing. At the end of my night, I don't want to think business. I don't want to think anything. I just want to just, you know, absorb into something, you know? Like I'm going to absorb into Vikings again tonight, you know, watch like 1 episode until I fall asleep or whatever. All of a sudden, I gotta pay to watch it. All of a sudden, I gotta pay to watch it. So I'm on the phone with one of my bros, and I'm like, dude, you got Amazon Prime? He's like, yeah. I was like, pull up your Amazon Prime and tell me if you can watch Battlestar Galactica and not pay for it. He's like, yeah, it says free with Prime. F you, Amazon. That should be illegal. That should be freaking illegal. I don't care. That should be illegal. They know that I want to watch the last season. I want the payoff. I want the happy ending, you know? So now they're gonna manipulate me to pay $9.99 or $6.99 to watch the final season. That's some bullshit right there. That's criminal behavior. And he's like, no, I can see it for free. No, it says free with Prime. Yeah. And I double checked. I'm like, check all the seasons just in case. 1 free, 2 free, 3. That's 4 seasons. 4 free. That's what Amazon does. It's shady. It's freaking shady. All right. Enough of that. Warrior was a good movie. Warrior? I don't know if I saw that or not. Warrior with Tom Hardy. The only Warriors come out and play. Not that one. I gotta go see it. How you doing, Angie? Sinners. Not really into vampire movies. Was kind of want to see the movie Sinners. I'm gonna check that out too. Yeah, I don't know. Vampires don't do anything for me. I think chicks get turned on by vampire movies, right? Ladies? Like the idea of some guy like, how you doing? Like, he's all charismatic and, and you're like, the women are like, do me. What are you? Alright, whatever. But if that's what it takes to make women you're submissive, all you gotta do is like drink their blood. That's kind of cool. Or they have to drink yours. Is that the way it works? I don't know. Whatever. I don't do vampire stuff. But I heard Venom was good. A little bit. Vampire movies, yeah. I mean, well, they always make like vampires, like like supermodel dudes and shit, like real vampires, kind of like Skank. Warrior's about a 10-year-old movie. Oh, about the MMA fight. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Alright, I feel you. I will go check that out. Got any other recommendations? But I will, like I said, I'm going to be watching Vikings tonight. Yeah, True Blood was a very sexy vampire show. Yeah, wasn't that the guy, he's got that like long neck, he's got a neck like this long and whatnot. I saw all those memes, it looked like a giraffe and whatever. That kid who, I think it was women love that True Blood, and I watched it for like 5 minutes and I'm like, this kind of weird. Yeah, it's written for women. Like all the recent James Bonds are all written for women too. They're like, hey, let's expand our market by with the latest James Bonds, and all the women will watch it, whatever. And they just killed it. They killed it. Yeah, True Blood. I mean, I tried watching that to see what it was all about, and I'm just like, hard pass. Yeah, women went nuts over 50 Shades of Grey. Actually, alright, if I'm gonna be honest, I got into it too. I understand. I understand. I do understand. I understand the DS dynamic. However, the plot twist, I watched all 3 of them. Or is it 2? I think it was 3. I watched all 3 of them. However, it lost me at the point where he was that way. Like, okay, she ended up doming him. Like the girl, the submissive of his dreams, ended up being his, kind of dominated him. She topped him. And, but see, with a DS type of relationship, I mean, who's really in charge? If you understand things like that. Is the master or the submissive really in charge? Because when you find a great submissive, they kind of wrap you around the finger, but at the same time, you're still in charge. It's a very symbiotic thing. Anyway, once they got to the place where the reason why he was a dom was because he was some woman submissive when he was a youth, then I was like, I'll fungool this, you know? That was just, they lost me on that. But overall, it was good. But, yeah, it was alright. But not really. There's certain parts of it that were alright. The Americans. I gotta watch that too, The Americans. I heard Mob Land was pretty good. I haven't watched that either. You guys are getting an education on some things. Let me see. Anyone else into the DS lifestyle? Alright, You is back on. Remember You? You is back on. And I think it might be the final, I don't see it, the final season of You. I'm not sure, but You is pretty friggin' awesome too. Except like the last one was meh. Alright, you know. This one is, I think I'm on like the second episode. But it's kind of romantic. Am I the only one who thinks, what? What is that? But if the sub doesn't want to do something because it scares them, do they have to do it anyway? Well, it shouldn't scare them because the whole dynamic of DS is trust. So if they trust, it shouldn't scare them. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Anyway, another freaking... Am I the only one who's getting absolutely demolished with commercials? Just absolutely freaking demolished today. So what were we talking about? We were talking about You, you know, the guy Joe, who's like super protective and, you know, kind of offs all the people who are messing with this woman, puts him in a glass cage and shit, until he met his match, who was also a serial you-know-water, and it's just wild. It's just wild. Except this one's starting out a little slow, but I think it's romantic. I think it's very romantical. See, Mary knows it's all about trust. If you trust, there's nothing to be scared of. Zombieland was good. I like Zombieland. Tulsa King was good too. Tulsa King and the mayor of Kingstown. Those were on Amazon, I think, or it was Hulu. I don't remember. Whatever. But I haven't seen them in forever. Tulsa King was good. Was really good. I never saw Banshee. But Star Wars Andor, I gotta check that out. I'm not a huge Star Wars person, but I would watch it. Naomi has been watching You, and I've seen a few episodes. Yeah, I mean, if you really want to get a background on the first season and the second season were excellent. Yeah, if you want to watch it, yeah, it's a good couples movie. It's very romantical. Watch it from the beginning. It was really, really good. Oh, Paramount Plus. Alan, what's going on? What are you guys talking about? Anything. Whatever crosses my mind, I'm going to talk about. What do you want to talk about, Fernando? Something about Mary. Landman is great. Landman is excellent. I like that show a lot. There's a couple things I don't like about it, but that's kind of universal. I don't like that they're making, you know, the little 16-year-old girl the object of everyone's desire. That's creepy AF. But other than that, I like that show. That's a great show. Very intense. And the other one with, what's her name in it? The chick who's, you know, she's like 80 pounds and she can beat up all the dude and she's like an operator. I forgot the name of that one, but that one hasn't been around either. John Wick Chapter 5 is in development. Lioness, exactly. Joe knows what I'm talking about. Lioness is that's great, even though it's unrealistic. You know, the female operator, she's in charge, she can beat up all the men. It's like, what would you rather have? Her punch you in the face as hard as she can, or a dude, the average dude on the street like him, or him? I'll take the chick every day. You know, no chick's gonna beat up dudes. But this is one girl who can. One out of what? 300 billion? No. 3.5? No, 4 billion. Well, you ladies are up to 4 billion, right? Yeah. Yeah, 4 billion. Okay. Yeah, anyway. But that's a great show. Despite that, it is a great show. Lioness. John Wick Chapter 5. I haven't watched Chapter 4 yet because it's not. I'm frugal like that. I ain't paying to freaking see it. But it's not coming out for free on Tubi. And if you have a Samsung TV, you get those 4,000 freaking channels for free. And they've been playing John Wick 1, 2, and 3. And those I've watched each time. I think I've watched those about 5 times each. I like them. I like them. They're friggin' awesome. But I haven't seen 4. Fernanda, how do I keep so handsome? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I will take that as a compliment. I don't know. I eat good. I take care of myself. What else do I do? I use Tige Hanley, link in the description. Keeps the skin all light. Look at that. Got that glow to me. What up? I could use a little more sleep, you know? But thank you, I appreciate it. I think it's just all the clean living I do. No. Thank you, I do appreciate that. I think you would enjoy Ballers even though The Rock is in it. Yeah, The Rock's kind of weird. I got jury's out on The Rock. He might show up on one of the islands or a Diddy party. So we shall see. But I would watch it because you know what else was good with The Rock? That Christmas movie that he did, it was a Christmas movie, but not really. And I enjoyed the hell out of that. What was that? Big Red, it was called, where he played security for Santa. That was a great movie. I think it's still on. I enjoyed that. I mean, even if you're not like a Christmas fanatic like me, you'll enjoy Big Red. I think it's Big Red 1, I think it is, whatever. Waiting on season 2. Yeah, I know. I can't wait for season 2. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things. A lot of things have been falling by the wayside, and they were saying because that was the Actors Guild strike or something, that's why it never happened, or even the Star Trek. What was it, Strange New Worlds? Yeah, the last season was kind of woke AF or whatnot, but, you know, they tightened it up towards the end. But, yeah, I'm getting ready to see that. Yeah, Vegas is sandblasting. This is true. This is true. All you gotta do, like, you know, people spend all that money on microderm and face peel and all that shit. All you gotta do is drive with your head out the window in Vegas because our air is so shit. It just exfoliates you. That's funny. I bought mine from England and it works perfectly even when traveling. What are we talking about? I don't know. Darren, I'm trying to put that in a context. Tracker, yeah, Tracker I heard was a good show too. Paradise is a great show. All right, I like the recommendations. I like these recommendations. Silicon Valley. You know, one of my favorite shows was Suits. I mean, that might sound boring and everything, but I love the business of business. And that aspect of it was, and the interpersonal relationships and everything, except for the dude and the secretary. Because they were like banging other people, but then they got back together. If I was with someone and I knew they banged someone else, I would never get back together with them ever, because that's not yours anymore, you know? So, yeah, that I disagree with Harvey getting back with the redhead or whatever. But other than that, that was a great show. That was a great show. Suits. Let's keep it. Yeah, Suits was awesome. I mean, and the dress in there, you know, it was all Tom Ford. Duh. You know, that was all Tom Ford. All the suits and everything, the ties, the everything. You know, had the ticket pocket. You can tell because of the ticket pocket, even though people are knocking that off. It's all Tom Ford. Tom Ford shoes, Tom Ford socks, Tom Ford everything. So yeah. There's a new Predator movie coming out. Nice. Yeah, the acting was great in there. I mean, everyone played the role. The young guy with Harvey, I forgot his name already because I thought he was a dick. You know, he was a backstabber. You know, he gave, you know, Harvey gave him such a shot in life, and it turned out to be a backstabber. And Megan What's-Her-Face, who some say is a man, the one who's like the princess of something now, whatever, I don't know. It disappeared, get a fire stick underground. Really? A fire stick, huh? Thank you. I might look into that. Did anyone watch the strategy survivalist competition called Extraction? No, I did not. I didn't see it. Damn, this music is so freaking loud tonight. It's ridiculous. Oh, Craigslist. Alright, we'll check that out. I will check that out. What else? Predator. That's one of the, like, there's certain, what do they call them? Franchises. Hold on, I need some caffeine. Because we're going to go walking momentarily. Franchises. Suits LA, I don't know if it'd be the same thing. Because Harvey's Harvey. Could anyone replace Harvey unless Harvey's in it? I don't know. Are they wearing Tom Ford? I like Tom Ford. I like Tom Ford everything. I got Tom Ford on this side, Eau de Mineral, and I got Wanted by Night on this side. I'm into this blending cologne now. I freaking blend it. I don't wear one, I wear two. Sometimes, like, it depends how I feel. I like blending them because you can come up with, like, some pretty unique fragrances and whatnot that are unique to you as a man. So yeah, I've been blending a lot. Like, I put a layer of Chanel Blue on top of almost everything now. There's something about it that just, like, it just sets it off just right, and it's not as overbearing. Because I like those dark, you know, like if you poured coffee and scotch in a humidor with cigars, and you shook it all around, and you put your hands in it, wiped it all over your body. I like deep, dark, rich, manly smells like that. But sometimes it's a little overbearing. So you put a little, like, something light like Chanel Blue on top. It takes the edge off. It takes the muskiness down a level, and it's completely different. But yeah, we're going to go walking in a second. LA Suits. Harvey is in a couple episodes? No way. Lewis was awesome. I mean, here's the reason I want to one day take a mud bath. I do want to take a mud bath because of watching the mud baths in there. I mean, just the whole idea, like being in a mud bath. Because I like heavy blankets. Anyone else like sleep with a weighted blanket once in a while? I like that. It feels good in the winter. But a mud bath, I would do that shit in a heartbeat. And no, you don't lose your man card from mud bathing. However, Lewis was an interesting character. That was look at this shit. Another one. Just bombarded. Now that's the most unmanly things I ever seen in my life. Like, what style is that? Oh, please. Who is this? Shut up. Go away. I gotta refire up my messages. Yeah, Lewis was a complex character. You know, it was like when you loved him, you hated him, but in the end, he was who he needed to be, you know? He was definitely who he needed to be. But franchise-wise, I like The Matrix. You know, I will be late if any Matrix is on. I like Predator. And I like John Wick. I think those three franchises would be my favorites. Like, I love them. I love them. Billions was pretty. I started watching Billions, but there's something that I don't even remember. Something didn't sit well with me. I forgot what aspect of it. Like everyone was trying to snake everyone out. I couldn't get behind a specific character. Like I got behind Harvey, you know, mentally. You know, and I was like, yeah, you know, like I could get behind Captain Kirk or, you know, like whoever. But I didn't find anyone that I was like rooting for in Billions. You know, it seemed like everyone was an asshole. You know. So you know, I gotta get. It's got to be some character development and involvement for me to actually sit and enjoy it. Nope, they do not clash. We have a brewery here that offers beer baths and copper tubs. You get to drink it after a while. Has anyone ever besides me, heard the expression, you know, you're checking out some chick, right? Be like, I'd drink her dirty bath water. Or is that a thing from my neck of the woods? Yeah, I'd drink her bath water. Love Lit's coffee mugs. Yeah, Get Lit. Yeah, that was a great show. Alright, I think we're ready to do a little hoofing. Want to hoof? I think we're gonna hoof. But I gotta go see Mercedes. And let's pack up here and don't go anywhere because we are gonna go check out. Where's that coming from? We are gonna go check out the construction site next door and see how the guitars are going. I'm gonna take my little stash of artificial sweetener with me. Alright, let's pack up. Can you guys hear that music? That is stupid loud. You hear that? That's crazy. I don't really even care. You know what? I've been finding that YT has been a little more tolerant with some of the things that I say as of late. I wonder if that has anything to do with 47, you know? It might, who knows? Maybe they were scared. Trade deal went through with China. You know, it's a freaking win. It's so lame. The Win stock, for some reason, has been blowing up. It went up 30% in the past, like, week or two. Don't know why. Because I'm not into casino stocks, because I think they're poor investments. Anyway, they're talking about, oh, we were gonna do a $200 million renovation, but with the tariffs, we decided not to. Shut up. Well, I mean, I love the Win Core, but that is the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. Will they will they buying all the freaking fixtures of the renovation on Amazon or something? Come on, just stop. But we got a great temporary trade deal with China. They bent the knee. Cool. And who's the other one we got? Well, just about everyone's bending the knee. And are we going to see the benefit of that? Yes. We'll see greater revenue. And the new tax bill proposal came in for 2025. So all the existing tax breaks are going to be extended. Plus they're going to, well, it's being proposed right now. Plus the no tax on tips. Plus the no tax on overtime. Plus the small business deduction. The QID for $100,000 if you're starting a business. That's huge. That's huge. Oh, you know what else is in there? Being able to write off. If you're a new homeowner, perfect time to be a homeowner right now, if this goes through. Plus, you can write off the interest if you buy a new car. I mean, promises made. The only thing I didn't see in there, because I read the whole proposal, the bill, was no tax on Social Security. I haven't seen that in there, and I haven't seen a lowering of the corporate tax rate yet. But the tariff deal with China worked at 10% versus 30%. Sick. Done. That was a good deal. But anyway, so we should see our goods getting cheaper. Lowest pharmaceutical prices, absolutely. But somehow the critics, the TDS people will find a way to say it's bad. Like, he didn't have a right to start a trade war with China. Oh, we're gonna try to impeach him for that. So it didn't go through Congress. Shut the actual F up, number one. Just shut up. Because it worked in the United States' favor. Well, why are you rooting against the United States? Do you hope, when you get on an airplane, do you hope that it goes into a side of a mountain? Because that's what you guys are doing. Now, people talk about the airplane that Saudi Arabia gave them. Yeah, sink that shit to the bottom of the ocean. Yes, you have to accept it. I agree that 47 had to accept that. That's a huge gift. No, Qatar did that? Whatever. I don't know, whatever. That was a huge gift. Kuwait? I forgot, whoever. From Qatar. That was a huge gift. That you cannot say no to that. Biden would have done it. No one would say no to that. You have to. But you also have to sink it to the bottom of the ocean because you don't know what's in it. You don't know what kind of spyware is in it. You don't know what kind of anything is in that. It could be freaking robots and all sorts of shit, you know? Yeah, sink it to the bottom of the ocean. Say thank you, but, you know, don't use it. Or make an identical one that looks like it and then sink the other one to the bottom of the fucking ocean. You know, so yeah, he couldn't say no to, oh, look at he took a big bribe. Like, what is he, parking it in his fucking garage? I mean, the TDS, yeah. Yeah, he's parking it in his garage. You know, no, it was a gift. You have to accept it. And then, you know, put it up on eBay. Whatever. Yeah, it's got bugs and all sorts of shit in that. But money is flowing into this country like we've never, ever seen. So yeah, promises kept. Okay. I want to see some high-profile people get perp walked. That's that I'm waiting for. You know, the Diddy trial started. I want to see some perp walking. Like now, like yesterday. All right, I'm gonna turn this around. Yeah, the Looney Tunes are grilling them. Yeah. All right, you ready? Let's go for a hoof. But I do gotta go see Mercedes. And I appreciate, let me check the super chat activities, and I appreciate everyone who's helping out with parking and coffee and all the other good stuff, because you guys are awesome. Yeah, I hope it's coming. You know, and people like, oh, he's protecting, you know, Republicans because, you know, there's probably some of them. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if there's, it could be 99% Republicans for all I care, and 1% Democrats. I don't give a shit about that. I don't draw political lines when it comes down to children or anything like that. I don't care. You know, if it turns out to be like, you know, all the people that I thought were, I don't care. I really freaking don't care. I don't care who's on that list. Perp Walker. I don't care who it is. I don't care whether I voted for them or not. Perp Walker. Just do it. Alright, I gotta get me some change, I believe. Because I gotta go tip Mercedes at least 20. I have babies crying. Let me see if homeboy got some change. Alright, just stay there a second. You guys ready to jet? Let's go jetting. Let's go see Mercedes real quick. Look, this guy in his pajamas. What up with that? What is this? Skazgaz. What is that? Skazgaz. The Golden Knights must win, right? It's live right now. They must win. Otherwise, they're done for. They's done for. Oh, that's why they received a gaming license for a new resort. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great
I'll
day.
see you. I'll see you Friday.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, ready to go see some construction. Man, another freaking commercial. Gotta be at least 20, but no, maybe 15 by now. That's nuts. We're actually gonna walk outside. We haven't walked outside since last year. That's bizarre. Alright, we are going to glitch as we jump off the Wi-Fi. But we're gonna walk. Here we go. Other shit for tips. So they made the music so loud that they moved. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. I mean, this thing is gonna be huge. I mean, it is actually gonna be freaking enormous. Alright, let's go have us a look. I mean, I can't really see. Ice cold water, $1. Alright, you guys will see. I'm not gonna be able to. Let's hop this fence. Can we hop a fence? No, we ain't hopping no fences. Alright, I'm gonna climb this here rock. Whoa. Whoa. Come on, get up there. I can't wait for them to tear down that sign. Unless they're gonna reuse it. Can't imagine they will. I wanna see that come down. Now we'll see if we can get some more vantage points going on here. Let's walk in the street. What up, street? I haven't walked out in the street in a while. Hello, walking out in the street. Cool. It is beautiful out. If it's nice out still on Friday, if it hasn't gone back into the 90s, maybe we'll do a little walking on Friday night too. Haven't done this in a long time. Connection is freaking on point too. I'm pulling 12 megabits. Wow, it's way higher over here. I can't even do that. Tech tennies. Yay. Let's see what's going on in there. Oh, my camera's being too accurate. Maybe we could peek up over here. Let's see. See, you guys can see. I cannot. This is tall. Alright, you ready? I'm going to toss these over the fence. I'm going to have to see that later. I cannot see. You guys will see. I'm going to have to watch my own video to see what it looks like in there. Yeah, you can probably see it from the deck over there. Oh, here we go. Alright, if I scale this thing... Alright, I'm gonna have to put this phone in my pocket. Let's scale. What up? No, looks like they're done for the day. Shout out Deuce. I'm eye level with the Deuce. And we can walk, keep going down this way. Thank you. That's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of what you're seeing there is all scaffolding. But this thing's gonna be huge. I mean, it spans from here. That's maybe between 200 and 300 feet. I didn't know it was gonna be that big. And it's... Is it really going to be sitting at that jaunty angle? I thought it was going to be flat to the strip this way. It's actually at a 45 to the strip. So it's not going to be so obnoxious if you're spending the big bucks at the V and the P. So yeah. Alright, that I'm kind of surprised at. Doing some work over there. Huh. Alright, let me jump down off here. Alright, hold on. I gotta jump. Bruh. Made it. Oh, they're still working. Look at that. The crane and shit. What up, crane? That's a cool job. Yeah, look at him. He's swinging that shit around fast. Oh, what are they doing here? He's spinning a frickin' I-beam in place. That's sick. Let's see if we can see this dude. Unless that's a robot. There he is. There he is, right there. Wah. Lowering that in place. Let's go wide. Bonk. Let's see if we can see from this side. Those are all cement pilings. Just did a little strut for us. Ooh, that 420 and the freaks. Yeah, they're gonna fill all those with concrete like they did with the ones on the bottom. Like this is gonna save you if one of them frickin' I-beams fell. Yeah, no. It would be like Final Destination level squashage. But there we go with his I-beam. Let's see if we can poke over. Oh, it's even taller over here. Crazy. Look how few people are out. It's such a beautiful night too. It is beautiful. But look at that. Even the vehicular traffic. Almost nothing. My Vegas standard. I'm good, bro. You want to know if I want any water? I had some water in my sling bag. Got a little windy. Alright, we'll hop up here and see what we can see. You ready? Let's do it. Rah. Oh, there go Cardzilla. See Cardzilla? That was fun. Whoa. This thing's big. This thing's stupid big. Hold on, let me get some. Whoa, what up, people? How you doing? What up, Jad? Mark, you end up buying some Bitcoin? I'm glad. I hope you bought that dip down to 80. We'd be up 25%. 27%. Alright, let's do some zoomage. The scale of it's sort of impressing me, to tell you the truth. And look at that. They're swinging around. Yeah, for a closer look, they already dropped whatever the heck they were doing. Some dude picked it up. That back one ain't doing shit. Let's see. 600. It's big. I didn't expect it to be that. Well, it had to be thick because of, just strictly for the wind. Yeah, that's not gonna get blown off. This guy's whipping. He ain't messing around. He's a pro. Nah, let's get back to home. Shout out Karen. Alright. I think we've seen what we can see. Maybe I will bring, maybe I'm gonna definitely come out on Friday. We'll do, oh wow, that was like 2 feet from me. We'll do a little chilling and a little chatting as per usual. We'll get caffeinated up and then we'll come see this. I'll see if I can bring the pole. Crane operators make $300 an hour? Wow. That's more than an OF chick. That's awesome. That's a good, I would do that for $300 an hour. Hell yeah, I would. Alright, people. I'm gonna hop down off this thing. I appreciate you hanging out. That was a lot of fun. I'm highly caffeinated. Look forward to seeing everyone on Friday. And I'm going to invite everyone to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 2 times a week now. And I appreciate everyone who helped defray the cost of this little adventure. The coffee, the parking, and all that. I'm going to head back that way. And you guys are awesome. And I love each and every one of you. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And on that note,